Welcome to our channel Real Story Animated. Today we will talk about why did my second mother die at 32? If this is your first time watching this channel, do not forget to like and subscribe. One of the channel's subscribers suggested creating a scene for good comments and I did what I could. Thanks to all new subscribers for your good comments. Anyone who leaves a good comment, I can show him in the next videos. This is a story of Abdullah's father's second wife, Hala. She was born on November 23, 1979. Her family was poor. Her father was an employee in a company and her mother was a housewife. Hala has two sisters and a brother. Hala was polite and beautiful and loved to study. She always got high marks on her exams and had some friends from the school. When she was 14 years, she went to work to a pharmacy and gave all her money to her parents in hopes she would make their lives better. She worked and didn't quit school and she finished high school with high marks and entered nursing college. In her workplace she met a co-worker, Karim, a young man who was already married and had a son, named Abdullah. Hala talked to Karim and she felt he was a good person, and Karim also saw that Hala was a wonderful girl. After 6 months of getting to know each other, they decided to get married. Karim told his first wife, Abdullah's mother, that he wanted to get married again. Karim and his first wife were married for only 2 years ago. Abdullah's mother agrees because she can't refuse and it makes her sad and crying a lot. After that, Karim went to Hala's family to ask her hand in marriage. Her family agreed and set the date for their marriage. 6 months later, Hala married Karim and became his second wife. 2 months later, Hala discovered she was pregnant and became very happy. She told Karim and he also became very happy. Several days later, Abdullah's mother found out she was also pregnant. Then, after 5 months, Hala gave birth to a girl named Mena on December 4, 1998, in her 7th month of pregnancy. 51 days later, Abdullah's mother gave birth to a girl named Rama in January 27, 1999. Abdullah's age at this time was 3 years, 4 months and 18 days. 5 months after Abdullah's mother gave birth to his sister Rama, Karim decided to work outside his country, and he prepared himself, his 2 wives and his 3 children to take this voyage with him. Passports and luggage were all ready, but at last minute Abdullah's mother changed her mind about going abroad. Because Karim's sister persuaded Abdullah's mother not to go. Karim was naturally very angry. Abdullah's mother changed her mind because earlier she agreed she'd go with him. So Karim traveled abroad with only Hala and her daughter. Abdullah and his sister didn't take this travel because their mother decided to stay. Hala's daughter Mena didn't take the foreigner very well and got sick with chest sensitivity. She can't breathe well. Her parents couldn't afford to send her to the hospital because it needs a lot of money. 10 months later, Hala took her daughter Mena back to her homeland and left her with Hala's mother to keep her and take care of her until Hala returns from country Karim is currently living in. Hala went back to Karim to be by his side, but she couldn't bear being separated from her daughter, and she kept crying because she missed her. So after 10 months of Hala's sadness, Karim told Hala he couldn't bear her cry and suffer any longer, and he sent her back to her homeland to be with Mena, her daughter. Hala obeyed, and on her return to her homeland she began working as a nurse in a hospital. 4 months after that, Karim returned too. He met with Abdullah's mother and visited her 2 children in her apartment. He had 2 separate apartments, one for Abdullah's mother, and other for Hala. Karim returned to his old work at pharmacy shop. He felt that Hala didn't spend enough of her time with him and her daughter because of her job at the hospital, so he asked her to stop working there and focus her attention on him and Mena. Hala obeyed her husband. Now without a job, she had extra time, so she decided to use this time to learn more about raising children, to take care of her husband and to improve on her community morale status. She helped people feel better considering the hard life most of them have. 1 year later Hala was pregnant again, and after 9 months she gave birth to another girl named Toka, and she was born on 4th of April 2002. During this time Hala focused on giving education to her community about ways of dealing with children and marriage. Hala carried Toka everywhere with her because she was too small to be left at home. Most neighbors thought Hala only had Toka because she never took Mena to her lectures. 2 years after Hala gave birth to Toka, Abdullah's mother gave birth to a girl named Tasneem on June 14, 2004. After 9 months, Hala went to the wedding of one of her friends and dancing at the wedding, and she did not know that she was pregnant in the second month. When she danced, she fainted and lost her baby. A year after miscarriage, she gave birth to a son named Abdulrahman on 27th of March, 2006. Her neighbors continued to count on Hala for her support in dealing with their own problems, and they loved and respected her very much for it. 3 years later, in 2009, Hala found an irregularity on her breast and went to doctor for the checkup. Examination concluded a diagnosis for an advanced stage breast cancer. She began to undergo a chemotherapy right away and all her hair fell out. Hala cried and felt sorry for herself because she felt like she lost all her beauty. Unfortunately, chemotherapy didn't kill the cancer and Hala lost her left breast, and since it took about 2 years to reach that point, another examination discovered that cancer has reached her lungs and she didn't have much time left to live. Doctors said she would die soon. Hala was not afraid for herself. She told Abdullah to take care of his brother and sisters, and she told her mother and sister to also take care of her children. She died on December 4, 2011. She died little after sunrise at the age of 32 on the same day she gave birth of her first daughter 13 years ago. So that date on Mena's birthday became the anniversary of death for her mother. When Hala died, Toka was 9 years and 8 months old and Abdulrahman was 5 years and 8 months old. It was a huge shock for the whole family and for Abdullah, who loved Hala very much and considered her a mother. He wouldn't believe when they told him she died, and he thought everyone is lying to him because her death was too much to bear. Abdullah and Hala were very close. He considered her his second mother. He even kissed her hand like he did to his own mother. Hala helped him understand and love the lives he was given. After Hala died, Mena was afraid to look at her face. Whole family was devastated by this loss. Abdullah's mother, Rama, Tasneem, Toka, Abdulrahman, Karim, Hala's family and all neighbors that Hala ever helped all went to her funeral. She had a huge funeral. We always remember Hala. We still love her and miss her. We keep her in our hearts and pray for her. Tell me what you think about the story, and if you have a true story, send it to our email, realstoryanimated@outlook.com. Thank you for watching.